Hello, welcome to Pilates back sequence. So we're going to be focusing on the back muscles today, not just our back, but also the glutes, hamstrings, calves and bottom of our feet. So let's start off first of all, just moving those feet, transferring your weight from one foot to the other. So we're stretching all the way underneath the bottom of your foot, and while you're doing that, let's coordinate circling those wrists as well. Now we're going to work a little bit more, coming up on your toes, rising up and back down again. Try and keep those toes in line with your heels, so your feet aren't rolling in or out. And let's also add in some arms, lifting your arms as you rise up on your toes and back down again. Think about keeping your shoulders down as those arms lift up. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do one more. Okay, so this time, keeping those feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forwards. Imagine you're rolling down your spine, one vertebra at a time. So we're going to tuck our head in, start to curl forwards, have a little bend of your knees, and then roll back up again. So again, you're restacking that spine, one vertebra on top of the other. Last of all, uncurling your head. So let's do that again. We're going to roll down. Relax your hands and head, let them hang. And then roll back up, restacking that spine. One more time. So focusing on your glutes now, your bottom, I want you to think about squeezing your bottom as you pull your leg back. You can either keep your foot lifted each time, or you can place your foot back down on the floor and then lift it back up again. So let me show you that sideways. You're squeezing your glutes as you're pulling your leg back. Try and keep a nice upright spine, head looking forward. Let's change legs. So if you find that balance a little difficult, tap your foot down each time. And squeeze your glutes as you're pulling your leg back, squeezing the back of your leg, your hamstrings, and think driving your heel back. One more. Okay, let's come down to the floor. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. A little cat stretch, rounding your spine, and then making a little dip in your spine. So think about tucking that tailbone under, rounding your back and tucking your head in, and then reversing that, lifting your head, a little dip in your back, lifting your tailbone. Can you scoop your belly in? Just mobilizing your spine. Now let's find halfway. So we've got a nice flat back. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Stretching out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold that balance. Make sure you're not overreaching with your arm, so just draw it back into that shoulder socket. Eyes just looking down at the floor in front of you, so your head and neck are in line with your spine. Change sides. Keep breathing, holding that balance as still as you can. Let's do that once more on each side. Change. And then let's make our way down to the floor, lying on your tummy. So we're going to start with those arms outstretched, lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, those eyes are just looking down at the floor, so that neck's nice and smooth. We're not rocking from side to side. Imagine that floor's red hot and you're pulling your tummy in away from the floor. So let's bend those elbows now, 90 degrees. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Take a breath in as you're just lifting up your head and chest. Breathing out, lowering back down. Again, keep that neck in line with your spine. So make sure you're not arching your head back. You're still squeezing your tummy in. So just flexibility in that upper spine. And then let's have a little rest there. Moving down to the backs of our legs. Again, you can lift alternate legs. That's your level 1 option. Level 2, both legs lifting. Keeping the legs long and straight. So squeeze those thigh muscles. Check you're still tightening that band of muscle from hip to hip, like a belt, pulling your tummy in. Now let's come back to that upper body again. Elbows bent once more, legs relaxed. Breathing in, lifting head, chest and arms. So strengthening your back as you're lifting up. Check you're still pulling those tummy muscles in. And then relaxing there. This time start with both legs together. So we're going to lift your right leg up off the floor, out to the side, back to the centre and down. Same leg again, lifting it up, out, in and down. So we're keeping those hip bones pointing down at the floor. We're still tightening that belt from hip to hip. Squeezing your thighs, squeezing your glutes. Let's change legs. So left leg lifting up, out, in and down. We're going to do one more for this back sequence. Bending your right knee, 2 little pulse kicks, and then your left leg. So you're trying to kick your bottom, 2 little pulses, changing legs each time. One more with each leg. And then we're going to finish with a little stretch, so just coming back onto your knees a little wider as you sink your hips back. You can either rest your head on your hands or head on the floor, hands back and just relax there, having a nice stretch of your back. You may want to rest here, taking a couple of breaths. That's the end of our back sequence.